strong defensive group for Jacksonville State. What were the biggest challenges that the offense had tonight?
I think the execution against a superior opponent in the sense that these guys they played in the national championship last year, so they got a lot of experience. The thing that we failed to do early on is get a hat on a hat and hit a couple creases. We didn't start as fast as we needed to start, obviously, and so it led to some setbacks on some early down and distances that got us into unfavorable third down situations. We said all along, if we're moving the ball on first and second down, when we're getting a third down, we're not going to have a heavy pass rush. But we went backwards a couple times in the first four series, and it led to us being in third and long a couple times in those defensive ends, teeing off on us, and it's unfortunate, but we knew exactly what would happen if we didn't execute on first and second down.
We saw both quarterbacks a good bit tonight, Stephon Mache and Buckshot Calvert, but it doesn't really matter, as we talked about before, who's back there if the offensive line can't protect them, and that was the case, unfortunately, tonight a lot of times. How much did their depth on the defensive line hurt?
Well, they were too deep for sure. I wouldn't say that all of the issues were attributed to the offensive line. That is not the case in terms of the sacks. I think it was twofold. I think the quarterbacks could have gotten the football out of their hand much sooner than they decided to. And if they're going through the reads, they're going through the progressions, they understand this. If one's not open, two usually is. If two's not open, three definitely is. Three sometimes is a throwaway or a check down or a scramble. But they got to understand, hey, listen, time is a ticking here. We got to get the ball out of our hands. We can't put ourselves in a bad situation. And so I'm not going to attribute that to the offensive line. I'm going to say it's twofold. The quarterback had a role in it as well.
So the quarterback's not going through their progressions, do you think, more so?
I wouldn't say not going through progression. I don't think they're going through it fast enough. I think they're holding on to it a count too long, in which is letting a guy who's blocking for 4 or 5 seconds, block duration. That's an issue. When you're holding on to the ball that long, somebody's going to get beat eventually.
And also, too, you try to get a running game going, and it's a lot harder to pass when you can't get a run game going. Yeah,
for sure, because then they're going to play coverage in a passing situation, and then they're going to come after you if they know that the gig is up and that you definitely got to pass the football. And so it's difficult anytime that you play a team that kind of they have one leg up on you down and distance wise, because they know that, hey, they're in third and forever or second and long. They got to try to push the ball down the field, so we need to come after them.
When you go back and look at the tape here, what do you think? What do you want to see as far as being able to determine who's going to be the guy going forward at quarterback?
Really, it's at the end of the day, it's about distributing the football in the run and pass game, and who's doing so in a sound fashion. I think that at the end of the day, the guy who plays a clean football game, who you can see mentally and physically demonstrating his understanding and comprehension of what we're trying to get done at that position, whoever that is the guy. And so we got two capable guys. The problem is when they get in an unfavorable situation, they don't either get rid of the football sometimes, or they kind of panic a little bit and they hold on to the ball too long, and they either make a bad throw or they get sacked.
Joe, appreciate the time. Look forward to catching up with you this week.
No problem. Thank you.